I was like, damn, I was really, really pained. Like I was like, my stomach was paining me. To be honest, bro, TP was like a scarce commodity. Like SL na water. Hey guys, what's good? It's your boy Jay Forex, and today on this episode on my YouTube channel, I'm going to be discussing my prop firm journey, and I'm going to walk you through all the trades I took to pass phase 1, pass phase 2, and also get to the funded stage, and even up until my first payout. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video is because I remember when I was not a trader who could pass any prop firm account. I always wondered, okay, what does these trades look like that these traders use to pass these accounts? Like, because to be honest, bro, TP was like a scarce commodity. You get me? So like SL na water. So basically, this is me right now, like creating a video that I would have loved to see while I was still coming up. And I'm going to walk you through the mindset, the struggles, the mental struggles, the emotional battles, and also, what made me go through this challenge even after the setbacks. Because trust me, there were lots of setbacks. It wasn't just rosy or sweet. There were setbacks, but what kept me going? And this series is all about dissecting that, showing you the trades, the mentality, and everything. I'm also going to be showing you the strategy I also used to pass this challenge, and the strategy that I'm currently using that I am very, very profitable with. So yeah, stay tuned and make sure you like and subscribe to this channel, and please make sure that you share the video as well. Stay tuned, you're going to learn and get a lot of value from this video. All right, take care guys. Alright guys, so welcome. So basically, the risk approach I took while going through this challenge was I was going to maintain a single risk throughout the challenge. I don't care if the account blows or not, but I was like, I'm going to focus on one single risk, and that was risking just 1% of the account on every trade. High quality setups, any setup that I felt like was good enough to trade, I was going to risk the same amount. In the previous prop account which I lost, one thing I noticed from that reviewing my lost trades and everything about that previous account was that some of the trades that I got good risk to rewards on, I would be risking like half of my actual risk, and that makes the winners not even count in the long run. So I was like, okay, going into this new one, I'm going to risk the same amount on every single trade, and that was how it really, really helped me to boost my confidence and everything. That was what I did. I was risking 1% for every trade. That was the first solid rule I made for this account. I was going to apply proper risk management all through. Now, moving on to the first few trades I took. The first trade I took was a sell on GBP USD. You'll see it popping up on the screen here. It was a GBP USD sell. It was looking very good. Price was in premium. Everything aligned together. So now let's analyze and see how that trade went. So basically, this was the first trade I took, and quite frankly, I was not really angry because it was a perfect setup. Everything aligned very well, and the trade still ended up coming back to hit my take profit even after hitting my stop loss. So that's trading for you. Like, you just can't be sure. Like, anything can happen in the market. It's very, very crazy. But I just had a solid mentality that okay, this is just 1%. I still have 9 more percent to go, and I mean, if I just take one good trade, that is all I need. One good trade, and the losses will be covered so easily because I'm using 1 to 3 risk to reward, which is if I'm risking 1%, I'm making 3%. That's my risk to reward approach, while still risking 1%, maintaining that I'm not changing that 1%. So this first trade was very, very, it was just it was just like okay, nothing, no big deal. And then I was going to move on to the next trade. Moving on to the next trade was a buy setup on GBP NZD. You'll see popping up on your screen. This setup, though, now looking in hindsight, bright, was not a clear setup at all, But obviously, that's the thing. That's the beauty about trading. You learn from your mistakes, and you learn where to buy in discount, sell in premium. Those kind of things, very, very important. So yeah, this was the result of the trade. I was still calm here. My mindset was just like, okay, I'm still going to repeat the same thing I'm doing. Take good trades, risk 1%, and overall, I would be profitable. Like, that was just what was in my mind. There was a missed opportunity as well I saw on NZD. I think it was NZD card. That trade, that missed opportunity gave me I'll pop it up on the screenshot here. That missed opportunity gave me like a confidence. Like it gave me this kind of boost that I know what I'm doing. It just made me feel like Omo, no, you know what you're doing, because if this trade had hit, you would have cancelled out all these losses right now. And that was like a 2% trade. Just missed by a whisker. I swear this is the pain of trading. Like when you now see the setup that will actually pay, it will just swerve you. And that is how it can be sometimes as a trader. So but you just have to keep that mentality that okay, I will keep on repeating the same thing, applying the same risk. I'm not trying to reduce my risk. I'm not trying to increase my risk. I'm not trying to chase profits. I'm just trying to repeat the process and stick to my plans. That is one key major thing that you have to do as a trader. Repeating the process, sticking to the rules. So moving on to the next setup was GBP NZD, a sell trade idea on GBP NZD. Very, very beautiful trade. All my strategy aligned. This is the setup here. Yes, this trade was the first trade that got into profit. You can see very, very well that it's very, very beautiful on my trading view. You can see how the trade got very close to my take profit, and ultimately here as well hitting take profit. But something happened. Something happened. Yes, I got taken out with spread on this setup. Here's the P&L. So this is one thing I tell you, that trading is very mental. When this happened to me, I was just like absolutely crazy. I was like, okay, the first one lost, the second one lost. The third opportunity I had was supposed to be a win, but it swerved me. Now this one that finally I got a good win on, they took me out at spread. So my bro, trading is a very, very crazy game, but you have to just love it. You just have to be like, Omo, now here I dey, like we dey here, not where else we can go. Do you understand me? So my bro, even as this happened, I was like, damn, I was really, really pained. Like I was like, my stomach was paining me. I was like, God, what kind of devil is this? Like, bruh, this trade is supposed to be a win, like 3% trade. I'm supposed to cover up all my losses with this, but this is what happened, and this is real, like real, real, real. It can happen to you too. So I'm just putting this video. This is why I really, really wanted to make this video, because so that you can see what it takes to be a trader. Like it's not just seeing the flashy cars. To trade is not easy. To even get results, to get people is not easy. So please, traders deserve their accolades. But yeah, aside from my banter, anyways, I can show you a reply to my journal where I wrote, "We are passing this challenge." I just knew it in my heart that I'm going to pass this challenge, because irrespective of the fact that I lost 1, 2, 3 trades in a row, even with the fact of me seeing good trades, executing market, being the market, taking me out on spreads, swerving me, doing all those things, I still kept my discipline and my focus. Why? Because my strategy is repeatable. I do it over and over again. I also had a very good mindset going into this challenge, and I was risking the same thing, 1%. So imagine if, let's say, on the first trade I risked 1%, second trade I risked 1%, then maybe the third trade I was like, I'm so sure of this one, let me risk 2% so that I can cover up my 2% loss faster. And I lost that. That would have been drawdown of 4% instead of just 3%. So you can see why it's very good to maintain the same risk management or risk appetite. Or let's say I decided on this third trade, because I had lost 3 trades now, let me risk 0.5%. Now if I had won this trade, I would have just been up 1.5%, and that is not going to cover up the 3% loss that I have. So you see why it's very, very important to maintain a single risk amount, which is like 1%, or whatever risk amount you're going to choose for your own challenge. I don't know what would work for you, but I'm just telling you what worked for me, which is using 1%. So yeah, I lost this trade and I was down 3% on my challenge account. One good thing is that I still had a very solid mindset. I saw that my strategy was working, and that is what gave me the confidence to know that okay, I need to keep going because I will see the end of this. And that was where led me to my first profitable trade, which was this buy setup on NZD-JPY. Trust me, you don't know the feeling I got when I first hit my first profitable trade, 3% in profit, clearing out all my losses and just putting me back at a break-even point. I now knew that okay, fine, yes, this way I'm going is a good trade. Now moving on to the next trade. The next trade was on NZD USD, and this is going to be the final trade I'm going to document for this episode. We're going to talk about the other trades on the next episode. So make sure you stay subscribed, make sure you like, make sure you also drop a comment in the comment section if any of these things, you experienced any of them as well when it was on your journey. And if this video is also like helping you in one way or the other, please make sure that you stay subscribed, as I've said before. I'm sorry. Now moving on to NZD USD trade. Now this trade was my fourth trade, and it was a beautiful buy setup I saw on the charts. This is the setup here. This was the outcome. Yes, it was another loss. And so I was like, well, we've been here before, we've been down 3% before, and we bounced back up with just one trade. So I had a solid mindset. I was like, this is nothing, it's just like at the beginning, so I'm going to keep going. And yeah, these were just some of the mental thoughts I had, moving into these trades. I'm also like sharing this thing, like I said, just so that you can see the thought process through, going through a challenge. It's not rocket science. It is not something that is difficult or hard. If you can watch this video and understand how I went through my own journey, I'm very, very sure that it will also help you as well when you're going through your own journey, to know that okay, you are not alone. We all go through the same thing. Alright guys, so if you're enjoying this video and if you found this video helpful, do well to drop a like, because I'm not just sharing trading strategies or trading plans or just mindset. I'm sharing the real stuff that goes down in trading, like stuff that you can't make up only when you've been on the charts for a while. So yeah, stay tuned, like, and subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to be dropping tons of content. Stay tuned for the next few setups I'm going to drop on my phase 1 challenge completion. The next setups are crazy. Just stick around, you're going to love it. Alright guys, bye.